QMC Simpson here, and we've got a quick one today on the chart table. We got amplitude of the sun for gyro error, another way to get your gyro error. So just get into it so far. We're going to do it for 10th of February 2026. Latitude, longitude, DR when we DR it out. That'll be what we're supposed to be in that general area, and the time you shot your amplitude. I wrote down the time and the bearing I got per the gyro compass. All right, I wrote it up here. To get into it, it's going to be a fairly quick one. So the zone description, you can do all the math by taking your DR longitude and dividing it all by 60 to get your zone description. But it's been the same one mostly for all these videos that I'm posting on YouTube. So I know in this general area, it's +5. If it was daylight savings time, a little bit past March, it'll be +4. And I know the letter designator, you don't have to put it in there, but I do because I already know it. Number 6, getting your GMT. GMT is just your zone description plus your zone time. Well, for us it's plus because we're in the Western Hemisphere. If we're -5, you subtract it because you're in the Eastern Hemisphere. So you just add 5 hours to 712, making it 1212. Now we have to convert it to GMT to go into the Nautical Almanac because all times in the Nautical Almanac are in GMT. So we're going to the daily pages for the sun. We're going to go find the declination. All right. For this example, the declination at 12:12 on the 10th of February was south 14 degrees, 15.3. Okay. Now we have our declination. Before we keep on going into number 8, we're going to convert our latitude into one number and our declination into one number. We're going to do this to make number 8, that when we do the math, plugging it into the calculator, it'll make it a hell of a lot easier. So this makes 36.776 degrees, and this makes 14.255 degrees. All right, number 8. We're going to take sine -1. Well, first we're going to take sine of number 7, which is declination, divided by cosine of your latitude. And once you get that number, it'll be sine -1 with that number. If you have a scientific calculator, you can go ahead and plug it all in at once and hit enter. It'll give you the answer. But for what it would look like, it'll look like something like this. Sine -1, sine of declination, 14.255 degrees, divided by cosine 36.776 degrees. That's all you have to plug into the calculator. Now, if you're some type of math whiz, and you know sines, cosines, tangents, and all that, I don't. I need the calculator. So you have the calculator handy. You have your phone, which is handy, especially if you're trying to do this practice problems at home. But for this answer, we end up getting 17.9 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and write 17.9 degrees right here. And right here it says circle N or S, depending on your declination. Our declination is south, so I'm circling S. Number 9 has this big table right here, and it's asking for the true azimuth, what it's supposed to be based off their time, your location. It says circle east if it's rising, west if it's setting. This was a setting, or excuse me, a rising sun. I'm going to circle east. Circle either N or S, same as your declination. Declination is S, so I'm circling S. Now, we're going to take number 8, and we're going to either add it or subtract it depending on this right here. since we circled these right here, east, south, we're going to be using this one right here. If it was anything different, you'd be doing the other one, and whatever you circle in the middle, you add or subtract. In this case, we're adding 090. If it was over here, it would be 270. So I'm going to take 090 plus 17.9. And we end up getting 107.9 degrees true. Number 10, if the sun was on the visible horizon, not 2/3 of its diameter above the horizon, circle 23 in the corner. If the sun was 2/3 of its diameter above the horizon, cross out number 23 and skip to 13. Okay? For this case, I shot the sun when it was 2/3 of its diameter above the horizon. And when you're shooting this, you kind of got to guesstimate by just seeing how big the sun is through the the telescopic alidade, and guesstimate how high it should be based off the sun's diameter. As long as it's not on the visible horizon, you don't have to do this. So in this case, since it's 2/3 of the way up, I do not have to do it. I cross it out. If you did shoot it on the visible horizon, this is what table 23 in Bowditch looks like. You just triangulate the latitude and declination, and whatever it says, you write it down right here for number 11. And number 12 is just either adding or subtracting it based off your northern latitude or southern latitude, rising sun or setting sun. But since I don't have to do it, I'm going to cross it out. I'm going to cross out this one as well, and skipping all the way to number 13, which is gyro error. We're going to compare. I'm not doing anything for it, but I'm still going to write down what I got when I went out there and shot it. That way, when it says compare 9 and 12, I have something to compare it to. And when you compare it, you're just finding the differences between them. So 109 degrees minus 107.9 degrees, whatever that difference is. In this case, it's 1.1. And then right here, if the compass is least, the error is east, compass best, error is west. And it's asking whatever you shot. If you shot it and it's greater or best to what it's supposed to be, it's west. Opposite, it'll be east. So in this case, the bearing I got is greater than what it's supposed to be, making it west. So 1.1 degrees west is what the gyro error I got for this information. And then it has the Stella part of the table where you can go into Stella, plug in the information. Hopefully you got something close to this. Now, a lot of ships make you redo this. If you got something over 1, it is possible that your gyro will have over a 1 degree error. But it's always good to check your work, make sure your math was great, using Stella to compare it to. It could be 1.1 degrees west. It could be a problem with the math. Always compare your work to make sure you're getting the right information. But I'm good with this based off this math. It'll be a little bit different if you're doing the setting sun. Obviously, number 9 will be a little bit different because you'll be circling west instead of east. It'll be over here, either add or subtract 270, but this is good. All right, so this is the second way when you're out in open ocean to get gyro error. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, consider subscribing and like the video, and see you next time on the chart table.